Hello, everybody. So this is a real talk. I need to get a cup of coffee. I will be right back. Okay, so I wanted to be completely honest and transparent. For those of you who have seen my channel before, you'll notice that I kind of have been going back and forth between different challenges. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I have ran into the issue of watching too many other people's videos and then directly correlating it with myself and not having enough in my savings books, whether it's savings challenges, whether it's new envelopes, whether it's any other variety of things. And because of that, sorry, I have to readjust my light. It's just a little bit too bright in here. What I was saying, because of that, I've noticed that I am not making progress. I'm not making progress, and it's time that I be completely honest with myself that I cannot do every single savings challenge that everyone else can do. That there are too many savings challenges to be able to complete every single one. And I need to be completely honest with myself in the fact that I cannot do this to myself anymore. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense to go from having some savings to having none because I spent it in savings challenges. That being said, I wanted to go over my budget and what it's looked like this year because I want to know what my goals were, what I was able to accomplish, and what I didn't. So, going back to the beginning of the year, when I went to the beginning of the year, I saw that there were certain amounts that I wanted to have saved for certain goals. So, the only ones that I think that I had actually finished in this page was I was able to save maybe $500 for Christmas. Definitely not $1,300. Super Bowl was crossed out because it was something we decided not to do. Same thing with Juneteenth. Independence Day is a really big holiday for me personally, and we kind of we were able to do Mateo's birthday. But then when we flip over to the debt has actually grown. It has not decreased. So was I able to pay off a collections? Not these ones. There was one other one that I was able to finish paying off, but not to the extent that I wanted to this year. Then, when I look at every single month, I had a certain amount saved for my kids. Total, not there. Spending, I did not track. In the back of my books, I tracked a little bit in that month. And then when I go to the next month, I did use some sticky notes. That was a little bit... I did have a job loss, and that was in July. Back to school, still has nothing. Mateo Cruz's savings, I don't know where it went. Because if we look at my gray binder, which is actually holding all of my savings, this money just got here this month. So what happened to that money? I'm going to be honest. I do know what happened. I was spending it. I was doing way too much spending. And like the picture that you saw, you know how much money I've probably spent this year? It's been thousands of dollars on savings challenges, on random things that didn't really matter. And I totally lost sight of why I started this to begin with. And that is really unfortunate. Again, Cruz's savings, Mateo savings. Cruz's kid savings, and then I started a challenge, and then I started another challenge, which I still never completed that one. Butterfly savings challenge, Christmas savings, Disneyland, didn't go to Disney, holiday savings. And then, like, what is this? You know? I tracked a little bit of what I spent. We did have an emergency for some tires this year. That was expensive. No tracking expenses. No closeouts. And then we go over to the next month where we crossed off half the month. And then we started out the month with a certain amount in the buffer, $120. It looks like I had a little bit saved for camping and anniversary. And then pantry, spring break. It doesn't look like I was doing much. And then I also had a little bit in home, medical emergency, month ahead, and Christmas. So all of these, I've realized that I was putting a lot of money into saving for spending. So saving for spending, saving for spending, saving for spending, and then a 52-week challenge. And then these are also spending. So the invest envelope, those two actually were, so I went back to $12 for Mateo, $10 for Cruz, $11 or $12 in my investment, which is my savings. We ended up crossing some stuff out, writing some stuff out. Like, this is literally what I would do every month. So then going over to October, didn't cross out any of the days, didn't track any of the expenses, crossed out some stuff. I zeroed out. I don't know why. Started trying to save for holidays. Sorry, can't really see this. So started trying to save for holidays. That didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. Same thing. And then we go over to November. Honestly, I feel like the holidays kind of messed me up when it came to this. Like, I was doing too many things. I had my buckets in way too many items. Emergency toiletries, and then I tried to minimize. So we went from having too many categories to not enough. So let's see, emergency, toiletries, pets. Like, these are the main ones, but then we're having like candy, monkey. I don't know what that is. It must be a savings challenge. Reindeer and Pac-Man. So those are all savings challenges. And again, I didn't have enough categories. So, car, medical, home, those are important. Hobbies, not so important, because I actually realized with my kids' hobbies, there were free or reduced prices for their hobbies. Birthdays was important. Another one that has come up is their haircuts. Making sure that I am saving for not only savings challenges, but also still their savings. So if we look back in this binder, this is our savings binder. I'm going to try and commit to only having this binder for my savings. I do have some stuff coming in the mail again because I had a shopping addiction. I would save the money, I would get up to a certain amount, and then I would spend it, right? So it would be where I would think that, oh, I need to switch to this, I need to switch to that, I need to switch to that. I wasn't being consistent, and I was not really saving for the future. Like, what is this? My writing is horrible. And then when I go to look at my expenses, again, these are just spending, like McDonald's, Safeway, gas. Gas was important. Walmart was food. Gas is important. McDonald's, eating out. And I'm not even recording how much I spent this year in savings challenges. I know I'm not, for a fact, because, like, this isn't filled out. This isn't filled out. This isn't filled out. I think that might be the best one out of all of them so far. Happy New Year. Started out the new year. And so, I am going through a process of trying to take out things in my life that do not serve me. So we ended up cleaning out our entire room, getting rid of some dressers, getting rid of some things that we don't need. And now we're just trying to start fresh. I'm hoping that the platform that I am using now, as far as the structure of my savings, will work better than what I've been doing in the past. That's always the hope. I feel like I'm getting closer to where I want to be, where it comes to how I'm going to be doing my savings. I'm starting to write down a little bit more, be more consistent with how much I'm putting into my savings and how much I'm not. So I had $20 and $40. When was this? This month. So $40 should be in my savings. This was from last week. So savings should have $60 in it. Let's see if it does. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I feel like it doesn't. It has $40. Where did that other $20 go? I don't know. And, you know, I'm done going back and forth with this. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of taking money and spending it and not knowing where it goes. It is completely crazy. And I'm deleting Etsy. And that's I feel like that's a big start. Because that's where I'd be spending all of my money, is just going on Etsy, spending it. Going on Etsy, spending it. And doing that, I'm just taking away from my potential future, you know? So yeah, so we're going back to this month. And if we look, so now we're going to talk about what I just spent in 1 month. If I spent this amount, I know for a fact that I have spent either this amount or more every single month when it came to budgeting. So, are you ready? Splurge spend, $472. Now, part of that was, let's see, part of that was us buying luggage for our trip, which was $249. But I know that I have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the last picture that you guys actually saw. So that was me trying to keep up with the Joneses in the budgeting world. How many of us are guilty of that? How many of us are guilty of overdoing it when it comes to spending on things we don't need for budgeting? That's me. I've done it. I have pen on my hand, but I've done that. And I've been taking out of other categories. It doesn't make any sense. I need to stop moving my money around. My husband says, you know, what are you doing over there? Like, why are you doing that? And I think that part of it was, again, I would see other things that other people were doing, and I wouldn't be satisfied with what I was doing. I'm going to stick to this savings challenge. This is going to be my own little savings challenge that I keep doing, which is my Sweet Savings Challenge. I have a million other ones. I may be giving those away in future videos, but for now, I need to stick to 1 or 2. So it's going to be this one for my rollover, which is actually savings technically, from the money that I get every week. And then I'm also going to be doing still my 100 envelope challenge. So I will be working on this throughout the year. I am tired. I'm so tired of going back and forth when it comes to my spending and my savings and taking money from one category to pay for something that I didn't need to begin with. It just doesn't make any sense. So how am I going to keep myself accountable? By writing down every spending that I do. I may be switching from doing, for spending, have like, you know, $500 in the bank and starting out in the new year. And then I will be replacing that every month and taking it out of said categories when I spend. And it may be to where I just keep my grocery money in the bank. I keep my, oh my gosh, I have all these little trackers. I need to wipe them off. That's why I'm taking them out. Where I keep $500 in my bank. That way I can actually see where is my money going, and it may be a way that keeps me more accountable for what I'm doing. I am not going to lie, I do even have a savings challenge that's coming in the mail today. I don't know why I purchased it. And once I purchased it, I immediately went back and I was going to return it because I was like, I don't even need the savings challenge. So I will be doing a giveaway on that savings challenge in a future video. I'm not sure which one, so stay tuned to find out what the challenge is. And then also go ahead and comment down below if you are planning on doing another savings challenge, if you've decided to stick to one, if you want to start a challenge that you haven't gotten, but you haven't started savings challenges to before, or if you're just going to go on a no spending freeze. This is going to be the start to my no spending freeze. I'm going to be paying myself back when it comes to our emergency fund. I've spent way too much money out of that. I've spent money out of what is supposed to be our debt pay down, and that's not good. I mean, I feel like I've done way too much when it comes to spending last year, including this year. And I'm done with frivolous spending for no reason, you know. So what I had done was I did take out money from travel. So travel's back down to zero because I had to pay myself back for taking money and using it towards our trip. I took money out of my personal spending, and I'm going to be leaving money in my kids. I took money out of date night and family time because we'd go to the movies and we did spend some money. So that money is back in emergency. So let's just double check. Emergency now has, let's see, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Is that 500? No, 580, 90, 91, 92, 93. So $593. We're almost back to $600. And I'm just going to take a freeze. You know, I'm going to take a break from doing all of the crazy spending because it's not healthy. It's really not healthy. I'm going to try to continue with my savings being separate than my spending binder. It's going to be a completely different binder, which is that one over there. I may be adding back in Costco because we do like to go to Costco. It's just going to be for groceries for the time being, and I need to come clean with what I've been doing. I really, really do, because if I'm not honest with myself, then I'm never going to progress past the point of, what's it called? Like the, it's like a mindset, right? It's a mindset to the impoverished mindset. Oh, well, I should spend money now because I need to have keeping up with the Joneses and I need to have what other people have. That doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't, because not everyone has the same thing. Not everyone has the same life. And I am looking forward to a fresh start for this year. All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye.